Today we're starting with $0, a truck, and a chainsaw. We're going to turn this entire forest around us here into a fully functioning farm. To make things even harder on ourselves, we'll only give ourselves 1 year to do so. Alrighty, so let's grab our chainsaw here, and we'll go ahead and cut down this tree. So, we're going to go ahead and turn it like this, and we'll keep the stumps a little high, that way we can see whenever we're driving around. Let's probably go right about here. And it's about a perfect fall. So now we'll go ahead and clear up all of our shrubs. We can spot down here. I guess we're cleaning up the branches, not shrubs, but I think you kind of know what I meant. Alrighty. So now we'll go back to the bottom end of the tree. And we'll just start cutting it to some smaller logs so we can load it into the back of the truck. I think it's about as big as we want them. Don't know if we're gonna have to put a truck bed down for this or not, but I guess we'll see whenever we start loading. Alright, so got it all cut up. I think we'll just go ahead and start picking up these logs. I think, yep, our truck bed's gonna be long enough just to leave the truck bed up, or the tailgate up. I think I want that to fall down into the truck. I think that'll do. Make sure we grab it here in the middle. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this whole tree set in the back of this truck here, and then we'll take it all at once and see how much we can sell one whole tree for. But that's only if things go accordingly, because I don't know how much we can stack in the back of this truck. We're definitely working our way towards a trailer, which hopefully we can get within the first couple trees. Alright, I think we'll get one more on top there, and then we'll be able to ratchet it down. Well, that didn't go according to plan. Can we make it? Well, I'm already fighting some battles here, guys. Let's see, that one goes like that, and this one should go right there. Alright, I could probably get one right in the middle of those. It's just, do I want to risk knocking down the other logs? Let me see how much I can even stack up in the back. Alright, I think we'll call it at that. As long as the strap will, yeah, goes around it just fine. Alright, so this is going to be our first load onto the sawmill to sell our product. I'm hoping we'll get enough for a trailer here shortly, because that is not much wood whenever you're considering it's just one tree and the rest of the tree is still laying here on the ground. But go ahead and hop on our truck and head to the cell. Alrighty, looks like we've made it here. And so we'll just go ahead and pull up next to these containers and see how much we get for our first load. As much as I want to see how much we get for one whole tree, I don't think I'll load up just a quarter of a tree and bring it to sell. So I'll probably just go ahead and cut down another one. But come here and press sell, and we've got 3,381. That was a pretty good load, if I do say so myself. We'll go ahead and head back and cut down another tree. See how much we can't get for the next load. Alright. We are pulling back up to our chop down tree. And I think I'll just go ahead and chop down this one right beside it. But I do want to see if I can't make it fall straight into the truck. Because then I could take the whole tree and see how much it sells for. So if I line it up just right, it should just fall straight into the truck. Let's test it out. Grab our chainsaw here. And I think we'll go about like that. And close, but no cigar. So we're just going to go ahead and start cutting all these branches. And you know the drill. Come back, and I guess I should start cutting it from this way because we're already on this end. And if we're talking about saving some time. And then after I bring this load, I think I'll go to the shop and see how much a trailer is going to cost us. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and start loading up. I think I'm going to do the previous tree first. That way we can get that wood out of here. We might get a skinnier piece so it'll fit right in the middle of those two pieces of wood. Try to get as much in this truck as we can. We might have to make this one a little shorter. Okay, definitely got to cut this one just a little bit, so we're gonna have a tiny piece, but we're still maximizing our room. So we'll go skinny piece. And yeah, it fits just about perfect right there in the middle. I know we could drag that other piece, but we're not quite tall enough. There's that one. Come back to the last piece of this other tree. And start with the big pieces of wood. These are the money makers. That is just about as long as you could want it. We might put that one on top. I need to fall in the bed for now. And I guess this will go kind of like that. Let's see. This one is still just about as long. We'll leave it for now. Let's grab this one. Oh, it does give us a little step stool. I do like that. Let me put those like that. Do the same on this side. That's gonna help us stack a lot better. Alrighty, so we got our next load loaded up. It's hanging on by a strand, but I think we won't have any problems getting it there because of the ratchet straps. So go ahead and hop in and see how much we can't make for this second load. Alright, we're arriving here. I definitely noticed we're a little top heavy, so we gotta be careful when we're making our turns. Well, let's see how much we get for... I believe this is gonna be a bigger load than the last one. It's gotta be, right? Let's see. Come here, press sell. 4,100. That is a pretty good load. So, let's run over to the shop and see how much a trailer is going to cost us. Alright, so we're pulling in here to our local tractor center. And let's see, what is one of these trailers going to run us? I think we might go with a smaller one, but let's look at our options. So here in trailers, we've got, okay, a wood trailer for 2,000. I know it's not the biggest trailer, but we might just go ahead and pick that one. Let me look at a couple other options. I believe down here in their forestry section, they have some wood transport. Okay, yep, looks like we're going to be stuck with the small trailer, which is totally fine. It's going to be a lot more useful than just a truck bed. So we'll come in here, Select it. And good. Okay, looks like we don't have very many options for some tires. Well, there we go. I think we'll go with the off-road just because we're working in a forest. And alright, I'll just go ahead and press buy. And there's our trailer over there. Let's go pick it up. Definitely still bigger than our truck bed, so it's gonna be pretty useful if I do say so myself. Let's go back and see if we can't cut down another tree. Alright, we made it back here to the farm. I'm gonna see if I can get this trailer backed up straight to the tree, and then we're gonna try to cut this tree straight onto the truck bed again. I think get a little better angle. That might do just fine. So I'm curious if this tree's gonna give us as much as the other tree. It looks to be a little bit taller. It might give us a little bit more. We'll see. So, well, the bush is kind of right in the way, but our angle's about like that. So, come in here. Let's hope this is perfect. That was actually really good, except probably should have been back a little bit more. Let's look at the front. Okay, yep. We should have been back a little bit more. Let me clean up all these branches. Strap it all down. Let's see. I guess we'll cut it about... honestly, I think we'll make it if we do it right here. Yep. Definitely hanging off the side a little bit. We'll have to be careful when we're driving, but I think we'll be able to make it. Cut that there. And then put up the chainsaw. Go ahead and load this onto the bed. Or onto the trailer, my bad. If we don't lose it. Load this one onto the trailer. And then we'll pick up the rest of this other tree. Alright, so strap it down. Do we have one more? Nope. Oh, let's see if we can't make it to the, oh boy. We're gonna have to be real careful. But let's see if we can't make it to the shop. I wonder if I do this... No. It's probably not smart. We're already messing things up here, guys. Oh, shoot. How are we gonna do this, boys? Well, I'm gonna see if I can't limp it. There we go. Alright, not doing that again. We're gonna try to limp it over here to the sawmill. I do eventually want to get my own sawmill so I can make my own products instead of just going and selling the trees. Because if we make it into something like planks or 2x4s, it will sell for a lot more than just the basic wood. But let's see how much we get for a whole tree and about a quarter of another one. We're gonna have to line this up a lot better than I just did. Definitely not a professional at backing up, as you can tell. Okay. Forward's gonna be a lot easier for us. Maybe. Definitely hard to take a full tree. We'll keep this in mind. I think what we're gonna have to do here is cut down About that much. And then we'll just go ahead and load this on top right here because we're not going far at all. And we're messing up. I wonder if they'll take it like that. We're gonna try to sell it instead of fighting this and see. Okay, perfect. We still got some wood in our bed, but that was 2,100. Definitely thought that was gonna be a little bit more, but I did notice that the brown tree instead of the white tree is a lot skinnier. So that's probably has something to do with our sell amount. But with just that one tree there, we've already made the money from our trailer back. Let's go back and see if we can't get down one of them white trees and see how much one of them sell for. Alright, so we're back to the farm. We're lined up with this tree here, and let's see how much we're gonna get for it. As long as we can make the cut as good as the last one. It's gotta fall that way, so we're gonna go. I think this will be good. Let's hope. Well, I don't think this is gonna work. So let's go ahead and cut these branches that we can. If we had a tractor or something, we could push this onto the trailer, but it's not gonna happen. So we'll start cutting from this end now. Definitely not safe to cut above your head, boys, but we're just gonna go for it. All right, so we've got it all cut up. And we'll just start go ahead and loading it onto the trailer. Up and see if we can't cut down another tree to get on here. Because that'll get us some money moving quick. I definitely think a front loader would be a good investment. So we'll see if we can't get one of those here. I need to get this one right here. But we definitely don't want a fishtail. So we're going to have our weight distributed evenly. Now, thinking about it, we just pretty much took a whole tree without it being cut at once. So I don't think we have to worry too much about fishtail, but it's better safe than sorry. This one's pretty long. I might go ahead and stack it better here in a little bit. This one's also pretty long, but that'll work like that. I wish these could come down just a little bit. Whoa, alright, well, I didn't mean to keep this one. Alright, perfect. Alrighty, y'all. We have one full tree on the trailer already, and I bet you we could get one more because we've still got plenty of room in the truck bed too. So I think I'm gonna cut down this one and see how much we can load onto that trailer. I kind of want it to fall about like so. Actually, let's take off the branches. Okay, this was a shorter tree than I thought. We're definitely gonna fit the whole thing. Let's just go ahead and take these two trees and see how much we're gonna get. After we drop off these trees, we'll definitely go and see how much a front loader is gonna cost us. Oh, we forgot to tie down our trailer. We're losing everything. We haven't lost anything yet. Let's see what happens if we just go ahead and strap it down like it is. That's not gonna work. Okay, that really blows. Give me a minute to reset. Okay, we've got it all loaded back up. Now we can go sell all this wood. And so we'll definitely go look at a front loader after this. I know we're not gonna be able to afford one yet, but I want to see what I'm working towards. All right, we have made it. Let's sell this for hopefully a couple more grand. $5,000. That is a good increase from our 2,000. All right, let's go to the store and see what we're working with. I know getting a front loader would help us pick up a lot bigger pieces of trees, so we definitely want to work towards that. Okay, so we've made it here to the tractor store again, and let's see here. We're gonna go for front loader, so 57,000, and that'll carry 2.3 tons. Now let's look at our attachments. Oh, okay, front loader tools, log fork, 3,000. Okay, I think that's what we'll do, but let's go down here and check. Is it forestry? Okay, we'll look at, actually, I think we'll be stuck with, which isn't a bad thing, but we will be having to buy. There we go. The log fork for 3,000. I believe, do we have to buy? Okay, this is gonna be a learning experience for me. I've never worked with a front loader, so we'll go ahead and save up for the tractor, which is 57,000, and the front loader attachment, which is 3,000. So we need 60,300. Okay, that's a bit of a ways away, but I think we'll make it work. I guess all we've got to do is go back and start cutting some more trees down. All right, so we've made it back to the farm, and I'm just gonna keep on cutting down some trees here. So we've got a long work day ahead of us. I didn't even try to set up that one, and I meant to, which really stinks because we were so close. But we'll just go ahead and get back to the usual work. Alright, y'all, we've definitely made some good progress. It's coming to the end of day one. I'm trying to get the rest of this loaded up and take it to sell it, because as you can see, we're at 58,428. So once I sell this, we should be able to afford our front loader, and then we can come back and go to sleep and start work tomorrow with this front loader. So I'm gonna take this load and see if we can't make enough for our front loader. Alright, we're here, so let's go ahead and sell this final load of the day. $6,450. So we definitely could have fit more on that trailer, but I knew it was gonna be enough, just the 2 trees there, for what we need. So let's head to the shop and see if we can't afford this front loader. Hopefully we don't need any other attachments. Alright, so we've made it here to the store. Let's look at our front loaders. So 57,000, definitely have enough. But I hate to say it, I might end up going for the bigger one. The small one will definitely get the job done. We've only got 2.3 ton capacity though. So we definitely can't pick up as big of branches compared to this one, which we're only 10,000 away from. 5.1 tons is a lot more. This one's gonna go faster. I think it'll take care of business a whole lot better. So I might end up waking up early in the morning, loading up about 4 trees onto the truck, and then coming to buy the bigger one instead. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go back to the farm. Alright, so we've made it back here to the farm. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and buy us a tent. That way we can sleep through the night. So let's come into construction. And I believe, where is it here? Under farmhouses. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase this tent for $26. And I don't know if there's a better spot to put it. I think I'm just gonna put it right here by this down tree. And then we can run on over here to our tent, which is actually bigger than I was expecting it to be. On the wrong side of it though. This is actually gonna be pretty comfy through the night, so I'll see you all in the morning. Okay, so it is the next day, and I guess we've got to cut down a few trees and get them loaded up. Where did I park my truck? Oh, I parked it over here. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut down these probably 4 or 5 right here and get them loaded up, and then we'll be back at the shop. Alrighty, this should be our last piece of wood of these trees. Got the trailer pretty loaded up, so just had to throw a few in the truck bed. Hopefully this will be enough. I'm not confident, but at the same time I think it might be. So we'll go see if it's enough to get us our front loader. Yeah, I forgot about this piece. Okay, I don't know where that went, but we're just gonna do it like that, I guess. Shoot, didn't realize it unhooked everything. Alright, now we're ready to go sell all this wood. Let's see here. Sell wood. 78,000. Let's go. Alright, so we are gonna head on down to the shop. One thing I didn't think about was getting both of my vehicles back, so that's gonna be a journey, but we'll make it happen, I guess. If I could afford a flatbed trailer that the front loader could get on too, I just don't think I can. We've also got to buy the attachment for 3,000. We're about to be real low on money. Okay, so we've made it back to the shop. Let's go on here to front loaders, R640, and we're not going to change anything. We're just going to go ahead and press buy, and then we need to go back to front loader tools. Let's get this log fork. Can't make up my mind with anything, guys. Let's see here. I don't think that's what we need. I don't think we're gonna need this. Yep. Okay, that's for manure. Alright, I'll buy that. And now we are at $1,800. Let me look at these trailers here. I need to figure that one out. But let's go check out our new front loader. All right, let's raise that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna try something. I feel like if I maneuver this just right, I could probably get myself here on this trailer. Let me straighten up a little bit. Are we gonna do it? I don't know. Might not be able to do this. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. All right. Well, watch this. Doesn't work. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to drive this back to the farm. Okay, is it somehow connected? It is. Okay, we're gonna make this work, boys. Let's get back to the farm. Okay, we might have got ourselves into a predicament here. Here we go. This might. We're gonna get it off one way or another. We're gonna try anyway. We're gonna have to drive over a stump, maybe. Don't know if I made one short enough though. Let's see if I can't get a running start at this one. Well, or just miss it completely. You know what we might be able to do? We're just gonna get ourselves stuck. Okay, let me see how I can get this off. There we go. So close. Let's try again. Okay, we're really stuck here, boys. Defying the odds. Let me think. Okay, we figured it out. So apparently I had a strap still connected. So now that we've got it off the trailer, let's go ahead and cut down one of these trees and see how much tree I can pick up with this brand new machine. I'm gonna go for, I have noticed these white trees right here give the most money. So cut that down. It also doesn't sell as much if you do not clean off all the branches. All right, now let's hop in our brand new front loader. Try to just pick it up straight from the middle. It says about good because the right end's gonna be heavier than the left. Let's go about right here. So we're gonna open it up. Okay, so I think it'll definitely do it as long as I get my balance right. Definitely a little heavy. We almost need a weight on the back, but let's go ahead and drop it here, and then we're gonna cut it up into some rather large pieces, and we'll see if it struggles to pick up any of these bigger logs. If not, this is gonna cut our time back by a bunch. Definitely gonna have to get better at this, but lower. All right, now we'll bring it over to the truck. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good sized log there. Let's go back. I believe one of our biggest ones, I think it's gonna be this last one. So let's see if it'll pick this one up. Probably should have came at it from the other side. I do know it feels like having the leverage of like something pushing against it. In this case, it would be the tree. It makes it a lot easier to pick up. But I'm just gonna test out if we can get it scooped up here. Okay, this is definitely gonna take it's gonna be a learning curve. Take some skill. But I believe it's gonna go pretty quick once I learn how to use this thing. Let's try to close it in. Good enough. So I almost want to say we could cut a tree completely in half and then just grab each half and throw it on here. But we're gonna need a bigger trailer if we start doing that, which I do not mind doing that. It's gonna make the process a lot quicker. All right, there's two down. Okay, so we got that tree loaded up. Now I want to do my theory of carrying half a tree. So we're gonna cut down this one, I guess. These are gonna be the biggest trees. Why they pay the most is because they're the biggest. But I'm gonna try to cut this one in perfect halves and throw it on the. I want to say this is about half right here. We'll go ahead and get that cut and then hop on our handy little front loader. Okay, I believe the claw's grabbed. Okay, it does work. Look at that. Is half a tree right there, boys. This is gonna be real nice. Make production a lot faster. It is a little bit heavy. I cannot go fast. I need some weight on the back of this machine here. And we lost it. Okay, so lost it in the perfect spot, to be honest. This stump is kind of right in our way. We're not careful. We're gonna blow out one of these hydraulics here. Let's try. We're gonna actually tilt it. That is wonderful, boys. Let's get this other one. I don't know. Our stacking so far is not great, so I don't know if we'll be able to make this second half fit, but we're gonna give it a shot. Looks like we got a good gap in here. Let's go ahead and lift. Trying to get it to fall backwards a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and just grab it. All right, see what's going on here. We need to pick up the heavier end, so we're gonna come around. This side will make it easier to load it, except this stump is gonna be right in our way. Look at that. We did it, y'all. Let me go ahead and strap this down so it don't fall away. All right. I want all the straps. That is wonderful. Let's go sell. This isn't gonna be our biggest sell, but it's gonna be our easiest. I can guarantee you that. Look at the size of them logs. I'm talking about trees at this point. Alrighty, we're here at the sale yard. Gonna have to get my turning radius here figured out. As you can see, we're already messing up. Okay, we're gonna take this as a wide, skinny at the same time turn. Perfect. Okay, this is good enough. Let's hop out of here and sell this super easy load. There we go, just like that. $10,000 there. All right, so what I want to check is for a longer trailer. So I'll see you at the shop. All right, so we made it here to the shop. Let me look at these forestry trailers. So we could definitely afford one of these pretty soon. I mean, I could just make one wood run and have enough for these two, but got another idea in my head. But let's look, how much would it cost us to add a sawmill to the farm? So we've got a sawmill there for 300. I feel like there's a cheaper sawmill. Yeah, one for 36,000. That wouldn't be a bad option. Okay, and then this one is only 20,000. Okay, I think instead of a trailer, we're gonna get a sawmill on our property, and that way we don't have to haul our wood so far. And then we can also start producing planks, 2x4s. I think let's work for this. So I'm gonna go back, cut a few more trees, and then we'll put a sawmill on the farm. All right, this is hopefully gonna be enough wood for our sawmill. So let's go ahead and fasten our tension belts and go see how much we make off this trailer of wood. I definitely want to get a road made here fairly soon, because I keep on driving different paths through the woods to make it out here to the sawmill. But even if I quit coming to the sawmill, I'll have a way to go to the shop. That way, whenever I buy more tractors or whatever, I don't have to figure my way through the woods every time. But let's see here. I believe this is 4 trees, so it should sell for a good amount of money. There we go. 9,212. So we're at 21,000. We only needed 20. So let's head back to the farm and get our sawmill installed. We're definitely gonna need to get rid of these stumps. So it's probably about the next thing we'll probably buy is a stump grinder, because having all these stumps in the way is not ideal. I keep hitting them whenever I'm driving, and they're just a nuisance at this point. But let's go ahead and look at our sawmill. Okay, we might have to get rid of our stumps. Could probably do this sawmill. Let's go to the shop and look at how much that stump grinder is going to cost us. Okay, so we're back here in the shop. I believe we're going to need a mulcher or a stump cutter. So 20,000, 27,000 for the tree stump cutter. But I believe I can mulch it up. See, forestry mulcher used to remove tree stumps and bushes. Okay, removing the bushes is going to be a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and go cut down one more tree and then come back and I'm going to buy this mulcher. And then I'll have to save up another 20 grand to buy our, what's it called? Buy our sawmill. But it's going to be 100% worth it because it's going to clear out our area so we can actually see where we're working. Okay, so we actually had to cut 2 more trees down, but we have just enough money for our mulcher. So let's go ahead and buy our mulcher. And I already brought my tractor out here. So let's go ahead and pick this from, my bad, stump grinder up. I didn't think about that. I think we need a 3-point, and I don't have a 3-point tractor. So, well, gosh, okay. I'm creating more problems for myself. So we're gonna have to buy a tractor. Let me, actually, I'm just gonna park that there and run. It's not the fastest driving vehicle. So let's go back up here. Small tractors. I believe probably end up going with this one, as long as it's got a, yeah, it's got a 3-point. Okay, so we need 35,800, and we're at 382. I've got to go get some chopping done. All right, I guess I will see y'all back at the farm. Got a slow drive ahead of me. Okay, y'all, it is dark outside, but we are coming to drop off our last load, and then we get to buy our tractor. Now, I don't think getting the tractor back home is going to be as easy as it was with the front loader, but we'll figure it out. Let's see here. Go ahead and sell. Looky there, 47,000. We're gonna go ahead and drive on down to the store and purchase our tractor. It's gonna help us so much with clearing out all of our stumps. And then the bushes, just, they're so hard to see through. Obviously it's a bush, so we're gonna be able to get rid of those too. This is definitely gonna be a nice upgrade to our farm. Okay, so we're pulling in here to the shop. It is time to get our tractor. And then we're gonna get back and go to sleep and get rid of this rain. Nobody likes working in the rain. Let's see, small tractors down here, 32,000. We got a 3-point. I don't really think we need to spend the extra money on anything like that. Engine, we'll leave it as the 4040 just because we have to be able to buy our sawmill. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it. All we need is 3-point. We don't need nothing fancy. And let's run over here. I guess we'll drive our truck over here. Make sure everything connects. It'd be real embarrassing if it didn't, but I believe we are good to go now. Okay, I know we have a 3-point on this. Why is it not connected? Okay, let's go look in the shop and see what I'm doing wrong. I believe we needed a 3-point, but it's not connecting. So let's look at this mulcher again. Okay, excavator tools. No, we need a mulcher. I believe, actually, yes. That's pretty much the same thing, huh? It is the exact same one. 1.8 tons. What can our tractor carry? That might be a problem. 5.1. No, that is not our problem. Okay, let's see. Let me figure this out real quick. Okay, so that other mulcher was not made for a tractor. It was made for a excavator. It took me a while to figure it out, but I did find out that this mulcher does work on a tractor. Now, it does make the tractor wheelie whenever it is not working. So I can't steer, but whenever it's working, I can drive. So I think it's gonna work out just enough. So I'm gonna work on getting this tractor back to the farm, and then we'll see, but I'll see you back at the farm. Okay, so I've made it back to my tent. We're not doing too bad. I'm definitely second guessing buying this tractor and mulcher because I could have saved up for the smaller sawmill. We could have started making a lot more money that way, but we are not far away from our sawmill still. So tomorrow we'll wake up, mulch the area, chop down a couple more trees, and we should be able to buy the sawmill. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. Alrighty, another day in paradise. We've got all our equipment back at the farm. And I guess it's time to go ahead and try out our mulcher. Let's hop on the tractor. So we've already got it loaded. Go ahead and turn it on. Oh no. We did not check that at the store, did we? Okay. Really should have just went ahead and bought the sawmill. Okay. So what we're gonna do is come here, vehicles, and sell. So we'll go ahead and keep our mulcher because hopefully we can use that in the near future. And I guess it's time for us to buy our sawmill here. So we gotta get the little more expensive one just because it will actually fit on our land. So we'll go to factories. Scroll down here to this sawmill. Okay, I think I want to place it. I think we'll go ahead and place it back here. And then let's drop. Okay, so drop it off. Okay, we got some lights in there. Nice. Okay, let's see. Let me go grab a tree. I think we'll go ahead and get us this one here. Since we are selling it like that, got this deal here. I think we'll be able to pick up the whole tree. I hope. Just drag it on over there. Might be a slower process, but okay, let's see. It's definitely a lot of work for this little tractor, but I think we're able to make it work. Maybe watch out for the stumps. That's why I wish we could use that mulcher. Having this area cleared out is going to be a game changer. Okay, we're just kind of maneuvering around everything. Next obstacle is the tent. Without tilt left. Understandably, because all the weight is down at the bottom of our daggum truck right in the way. Let's go ahead and move our truck. Alright, perfect. So we've got 3,000 wood in here. Alright, I think, let's look at statistics here. Okay, so planks long, or wood beam. Let's see what's selling the most right now. So we'll go to the wrong menu. Oh, prices, here they are. Scroll down and find our wood beam. Okay, so it is decreasing. But, let's see, planks, I'd say we probably go ahead and go with the beams, because they are definitely going to make us our money. So let's go activate, and it is storing. So I guess we'll go bring in a few more trees. Alright, we've got our last tree for the sawmill. Let's go ahead and pick it up. It's definitely almost too heavy for our tractor, I've noticed, with the last couple. It takes about 4 trees to fill up our sawmill, it looks like. Really bring it on over. It's nice though, because when I get about here, it just is. Alright, back there. And let's go look at our man. Yep, so we've got 24 liters of wood beam, which that definitely takes a little while, but we've got 12,000 out of 14,000 liters in there. So we'll give that some time and probably might figure out a road. Let's see, construction, let's go. I've never built a road, so let's see. Interesting. Farmland. I believe it's going to be under construction. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out how to make a road. Okay, I figured it out. It's under painting, so we've got concrete, dirt. Let's see. I think we'll probably go ahead and go with the concrete, considering it's all the same price. Asphalt. I don't know. I guess we'll just go with the lighter concrete. I think that'll be. Let me go put this under tractor. Just about big enough, but I think we might go that big. Okay. I'm not sure how much money this is gonna take, but we're about to find out. I think we probably want to go this way. And then can I? Okay, I guess we'll just go like. I'm trying to figure out how to turn my square. I just don't know. Rotate. Tilt. Okay. I don't believe we can make it a square road, even though I really would like it to be. But if we can't make it square, then we're gonna go circular. So probably start right about here. Let's see. Factory's here. So that. And we'll put a curve in the road, like, not going the right way. Okay, this might be a curvy road, boys. That was a lot harder than I expected, but we've got ourselves kind of a road through here. We might go through and straighten it up later on, but honestly didn't cost as much as I thought it was going to. Let me take it on past my tent. Okay, let's see how that looks. To get rid of our stumps. I didn't think about that. This is a little bigger road than I expected. Okay, might have to turn some of that back into grass in the future, but it definitely makes it nice being able to see where you're going. So now we've got a road through here. We'll have to come through, cut all these trees down. We've got a road straight to the store. All right, I think I'm also gonna look at some sheds. That way we can keep our equipment covered up whenever it rains like it was yesterday. I believe, here we go. Well, they are not the cheapest thing. I think I'd rather invest my money into something other than a shed. I mean, 10,000 for this shed is not bad. Let's see. Do we want to do it though? I would hold our truck and trailer. Let's see what else we've got. Also 10,000, 8,000. It's a lot longer, so it's hard to fit. Okay, but it would fit right there. Let's look. 8,000 I think is definitely going to be worth it because that is not very many trees to be sold. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and purchase this shed right here. All right. Oh no. Okay, we're going to have to extend our gravel. Oh, we might as well just sell this thing. I did not realize what I was getting myself into here, boys. Enough wasting money. I'm going to sell this, and I guess we're just going to have an extra slab of who knows what under there. Let's go here. Construction, sell for 4. That was a total waste of money there, boys, but we've got a clear dirt patch here. I might just go ahead and I'll leave the tractor there. Alright, so we're going to give it some time, probably cut down a few more trees and go drop them off while this is making more wood. Okay, so we went ahead and sold our wood chopper, and I think we might go ahead and sell this tractor because it's not ideal for picking up trees. It's not the easiest thing. It gets the job done, but I think what I want to do is get a tractor to plow this area and we can start our first field. So while we're waiting on this to make a pallet, I think I might, let's go look at the shop real quick and see what we're working with. Okay, so we're here in the shop. I know we just sold our tractor, which really stinks, but let's actually go. I don't want to make this mistake again where I can't pull what I buy. So let's look at plows. We can't get a very big one, but let's see, that one, 156 horsepower, 180, 120. That could be probably the one we're going for. Oh, 75 horsepower. Okay, we might actually go for this one. It's a smaller plow, but I mean, we can't afford much right now. So we're probably going to go with this plow, and then let's go back to tractors and probably buy the same tractor we just had. Except we might go with the 4-wheel drive for 37,000. That's a 3-point. I don't really want the weight. Okay, we'll probably leave it as a 3-point on the front. Okay, let's see if it's actually worth it, because honestly, we really don't need to spend the 50,000 or 40,000. We could save ourselves $5 grand. That's probably what we'll do. Yeah, 5.2 ton. It's got 112 horsepower, and we're only gonna need 70. Let me see how much the plow weighs. Oh yeah, we're doing good there. All right, so we need 7,500 and then 35,000. Okay, not too bad. I could definitely, let's look at our vehicles. Log 4. We're gonna keep. So we better get back to work if we're gonna make our money for our tractor. Okay, I keep changing my mind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell our front loader, because if we need another front loader, we can buy the cheaper one. We don't use it too much, and this will give us the money to buy our tractor. So let's go ahead here, and now we have plenty of money because we also are gonna look at a new trailer. Let's go. So let's look. Here in trailers, we have a tilt deck. Let's go ahead and buy this. There we go. And then we're gonna go back to small tractor. Let's actually buy our plow first. Buy the plow, and then back into tractors. We've definitely got some money to work with, so I might go with the more expensive one. Well, we don't run into too many issues. Let's look at our options since we're increasing our budget. Definitely nothing up there, except we could look at this Vendini. 70 horse, that's not a lot of horsepower. This one's gonna start out at 112. We could always turbo, maybe not turbo, but we can make it a bigger engine. We're at 146. I don't think we need the bigger engine for now because we're just plowing. We could always upgrade it later. So let's buy it for 45,800, and this should be able to do everything we need it to. So we could actually sell our smaller trailer. Go in here. We could sell our log fork too, because we have nothing to use it with. Lizard wood trailer. Okay, sell that one. And then let's see if we can't load this all up onto my trailer. It looks a little small, so it gets the job done. Let's unfold the trailer in our brand new tractor. Attach it. Let's hope we can load this up. I think it might be a little too big, but might still work. Line it up a little bit better. Right up wheels of the trailer. All it there. So back in the truck. See, fold trailer X. And then we'll fasten our belt. Let's go back to the farm. We're arriving back here on the farm. I think these are the next trees we'll cut down to clear our roadway, but we definitely need to get our stump grinder, which now that we have this tractor, I think there is a cheaper stump grinder we can get that isn't going to remove all the bushes, but that's fine because we're going to start plowing. Actually, let me take away the tension belts, hop in our tractor here. I think we're just going to start right here next to the road. I'm making our first field. We're going to have a lot of stumps in the way, but I think we can make it work. Let's go ahead and lift. All right, we definitely have a lot of stumps. Let's see if I can't push this tree out of the way. Yeah. We can always expand the field in the future, but right now, I think we'll stop it right here. Okay, so we've got our circle made, so we're just going to go ahead and fill it in. All right, we are finishing up the plowing. I will say, we have a lot of areas to touch up. I did not realize how many stumps are in here, but I think we know what our next purchase will be. I need to go back to the shop and see what that was going to cost us for the cheapest stump grinder, because we're definitely going to need it. We've also got to cut down this last tree over here, but we've got ourselves our first field. As you can see, that happened a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and park the tractor, head to the store, and see if we're going to be able to buy our stump grinder. We were arriving back at the store. I went ahead and took our tractor because we're going to need something to connect our new piece of equipment to. Let's go in here, back to our forestry, and let me find it here. We could afford that one, but I believe there's going to be a different one we want. Possibly. I was thinking they had a different one, but it's definitely not wood transit. Let's see. Okay, looks like we're going to have to go with this one, which we can just barely afford it. So we're going to buy it. Use pretty much the rest of our money on it, but it's going to help out a ton with us driving through our field, and we can actually clear out our road now. So I think that's what we're going to do, is work on clearing these stumps out for one, and then we're going to clear out the road of trees. You know, if you guys haven't seen this whole episode, I've been terrible at backing up with a trailer, so I actually take off all the belt tension and lower trailer. Is it a 3-point maybe? I hope it's a 3-point because I'm tired of wasting money on these dang things. It is not. Let me see what we're gonna connect this to. It might actually be, does that connect? Go back in the store. Okay, we might not be the smartest. I figured out what I'm doing wrong. I'm on the wrong side of it. So, you guys are probably screaming at me the whole time. I do not know what I was thinking, but let's go ahead and connect. We can here. There we go. Okay, so let's go ground these stumps. Okay, so turn it on. Go ahead, lower it down onto the stump. Go. A lot faster than I thought it was going to. Alright, now I wish I would have made some of these stumps small, just like this one. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter with my chainsaw. Go ahead and pick that up and just put it in the road for now. Okay, so we are onto our last stone wall here. I think what we're going to do, move that one. Also want to move our saw, but it doesn't want to get cut, I guess. There we go. They're on over here. Just remove the stuff. Drop this here. Pick up our plow. We're going to spot plow the rest of that field. Actually, we've got to cut down that one. Oh, I forgot. We sold a front loader, so go get our truck from over here. Let me see if we can't just push this whole tree into the sawmill here. We're not going to be able to. We're just going to drive right over it. Yep. Oh, actually, it works. Alright, so I guess our sawmill was full. So we ended up just loading the tree up onto the trailer. We're just going to have to go sell it all, I guess. But before we do that, we're going to try to cut down one of these trees over here. And by the time we get back, it's going to be time for us to go. Okay, there it is. It should just fall right down onto the here. See if we can make it work. Okay, looks like it's going to have to be cut up a little bit. That much there. Alright, now let's go sell these. Alrighty, let's get this sold. Now we're going to go back to the house and, or go back to the farm and go ahead and sleep in our tent one last time before we move to sleep. Another beautiful morning on the farm. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this field plowed and then see what else we're going to work on here. Alright, so we are done with our plowing over there. I believe, let me go into here. Construction. We're going to sell our tent. We're going to sell our sawmill. And then, let's see. I think, let's go look at farmhouses. Well, they're all still pretty expensive. Okay, we might still have to keep our tent for now. Let's see, where do we want this at? We might go, yeah, I think we'll go right here, actually. Let's rotate it like that. What are we overlapping with? Stump, maybe. Okay, we'll just go right there for now. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to go back to factories. Come it down here to our new sawmill. This one's going to work a little bit better for us. We just need to turn it, I'll actually turn it this way, like that. Kind of want it closer to the edge of the road because we will be taking our product and selling it elsewhere. So we'll probably go right about there. And then we're going to come in here with paint. I believe this is the same as what we have down. It is not. Must be, there we go. We're just going to go ahead and fill this all in. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and change shape. Okay, I know it doesn't look much better, but it's going to work out a lot better for us. And it's set up right here so we can just pick up our pallets from here and take them on down the road. I'm going to get to cutting some trees down. We're going to try to make them fall directly onto the truck and trailer. So I guess we're practicing our reverse skills with a trailer. Well, that was perfect. get up here and cut all the branches off. Alright, I'm also gonna go ahead and clean this tree up. I know it's been laying here a long time. It's kind of my marking for as far as I want to go with cutting trees on either side. Okay, so we'll have to get this one here in a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop this tree off over here at the sawmill. Okay, we might need to make a roundabout road, but now we're gonna take a real while. Okay, let's go ahead and unhook. I thought that was gonna go straight into the sawmill. There we go. Okay, so let's go in here to production, put it back on wood beam, activate. Alright, now we're storing. So let's go grab a few more. Okay, so while I'm looking at trees I want to cut down, I realized my road is just too big, so I don't want to cut down the trees that are going to be on the outside of the road. So I'm going to turn all this back into some grass. Let's see. Let's start down on this end. So the road's going to be something like meet up right at that corner. We want to get rid of that. We might have went a little too big on this end, but we'll also get rid of this. So fill this in. Alright, so we've definitely got skinnier road. Might be a little too skinny in some areas, but I don't like it. So I'm going to make this side a little bit skinnier. I'm going to turn this little bit back into concrete. Okay, that might be good. I know it's a little thicker down here, but it opens up real nice. Let's go that. Okay, so now we just need to cut the trees that are actually still in that one. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so we've got 3 trees here. Go ahead and drop them off on our sawmill. Go right here. Looks like we've already got 1 pallet of planks made, so... Or, my bad. That is not gonna be planks. What are they called? Let me look. Wood beams, yeah, okay. Looks like we've got 1 pallet of wood beams already, so we might have to get ourselves a little forklift. Let me clear out these last couple trees. I guess we're gonna do... Alright, let's cut down this last tree. I'm definitely thinking about possibly removing this tree right here, because it's so close to the road, but at the same time I don't know if it's going to be a problem. So, we're going to leave it for now, but we may end up coming back and cutting it down for being too close to the road. But, I've got these 3 cut up. Let me go ahead and trim this one of all the branches. All these. I'll try to back up with the stump behind me. We can just cut down a tree. You think we can make it all the way back? We're going to make it. Gotta practice backing up with these trailers to see if I can. Back straight in here. Oh, I was doing so good. Okay, I got stuck on something. Let's see if they'll sit right in the way. Let's see what I'm stuck on here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now that we've got those trees taken care of, we gotta remove their stumps. Just running in everything over here, boys. We might have to chop down these trees around so it's easier to drop off. We're gonna pull our truck into here. Go ahead and drop the trailer there. Okay, now we've gotta go connect to our stump grinder over here. And drop our grind these couple stumps over here. Okay, that should be good enough for now. You guys are probably wondering why I haven't grinded these stumps in the ground. They were just stumps that were a little too high while I was plowing, so I started cutting them, and then I realized I'm gonna have to go back over it anyway, so I quit doing that. But let's go grind these stumps in the middle of the road. Okay, so I ended up backing the trailer up under this pallet of wood here. We're gonna go sell it to the sawmill and see how much they give us for it, because I guarantee it's gonna be more than just your average tree. I forgot to get the part of me putting it on the trailer, but I pretty much just lowered the trailer back down, or yeah, backed up into it, and it's barely hanging on, as you can tell. But let's see how much they want to buy it for. Oh, looks like it already sold for $8,917. That's pretty good for 1 pallet. So let's hope that starts producing pretty quick. We've already got a good amount of wood in that factory, so we're gonna go look at how much a forklift is gonna cost us, because we're definitely gonna need it. Okay, so we're over here. Let's look at forklifts. Ooh, 55,000 for a forklift. This is where I probably should have kept. Okay, here's a skid steer. Let's see, skid steer loader. All right, we're gonna go with the skid steer and then just an $800 fork. So let's go purchase that and back to the skid loader for 15,000. Okay, it's gonna take all of our budget, but it's gonna be really useful for stacking up our pallets that are being made right now. Loosen these belts, drop the trailer. Okay, let's go ahead and trailer wasn't even down all the way, but it worked. We'll fasten that and get back to the farm. Arriving back here at the farm, and perfect, we've got another pallet. So let's go ahead and try this out. Pull this off of here. We need to relift the trailer. Okay, so while we're waiting on more pallets, we're gonna just cut down some trees around this area, and they're hopefully just gonna fall right into here, so we can sell them here, or put them into the sawmill. I guess I'm not really selling them. That should be close enough. This one might not fall far enough, but we have our skid loader now, so we should just be able to push whatever into it to see what sells and what doesn't. Let's go ahead and... Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we're gonna make this probably a little oval shape, has like a little roundabout to get in here. So I'll have to get rid of those. But we're gonna probably cut this one down. Go ahead and cut these couple. Okay, let's see if these ones sell. Yes, they do. Okay, so now we gotta come and grind these stumps. We'll actually make this road first, if we have enough money. Construct. Actually gonna go circular. Okay, I think that should be plenty big on that side, and then we'll have to do the same over here. All right. So now we can pull our truck and trailer in there and not have a problem with colliding into different things. So now we'll go ahead and get our tractor and stump cutter and remove all these stumps. Okay, so we're here. Just removed this last stump. I think we're going to drive around the farm and find all the other tree stumps around the edge. Like this one here. Just go ahead and remove all the tree stumps we have so far. Okay, I do believe all of our stumps are gone. And I'm thinking we might clear out this right side of the field here and create another field right next to it with the road down the middle. I think that'll be our next mission, because there's not as many trees over here as like you can see over there. I think this will be the easiest next field. I guess I'll get to work cutting some trees. Okay, it's hard to tell because it's nighttime, but we've got a good amount of trees cleared out of there. We're gonna have to do a few more in the morning, but we're getting close to having another field out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, it is morning time. Looks like we've produced a lot of beams overnight. So we're gonna start the day off by loading all these beams up onto the trailer and taking them to sell. And that should give us a lot of money to work with. I think the next piece of equipment we need is an actual tree cutting machine. So, a little bit more. Oh, well, there's this. Let's see. I don't think I can carry all these. Okay, these are all loaded up onto. Alright, so we actually had more beams done than I thought we did. This should be worth a lot of money. Let's go ahead and strap it all down. We'll take it to sell. We're definitely going to be able to buy something really nice with all of this wood here. And we're almost to a point we need a semi, because if we would have had any more, we would not have got it all onto the trailer, which we do have a truck bed, so maybe we don't need a semi yet. We might just keep on going with this truck and trailer here. Wow, 178,349 for pretty much a full load. We're definitely going to be able to buy ourselves something nice. So let's go to the store and let's look at what I'm thinking about buying. Okay, so we have made it here to the store. Let's go down to forestry and look at harvesters. Alright, so we are not able to afford a harvester yet, but let's look at excavators here. There is a few. We're close to owning these three. We could afford this one, but it's not ideal. We'll probably have to go with one of these. Okay, yeah, let's look here at excavator tools. Wood cracker, 43,000. We might try to get this. If I go ahead and get this wood cracker, because I believe we could cut our trees with it as well. Am I right? I'm gonna have to figure that out real quick. But I know something like this is going to cut our trees. And I think they're pretty much the same thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and save up to buy this along with our excavator, which we'll choose which one when the time comes. Go with the 110 here. Alright, so we need to save up 190. Let's see, do we need any? Yeah, we don't need. We'll have to make sure we get the right attachers. So let's go look at this here. What do we need to attach this? Got the 2 bars. Probably need the 220 to be honest. Which, let's look here. Combinations. Okay, yeah, I think we'll just need to do the 220 for this. Okay, so let's go cut down some more trees to open up our new field, and while we do that, we'll be waiting for some more pallets of wood. Alright, I'm definitely liking how our farm is coming along so far. It was a pretty slow start, but we are finally figuring everything out, and we are probably going to start progressing a lot faster now. Go ahead and cut down this tree here. I always like to strap it. Okay, that is a top heavy tree there. Let's all off and see if it lightens up a little bit. Okay, well, not lighted up. We're gonna have to see if we can make it back. I think the strap will still go around it, and we're just gonna take it back down to the sawmill over there, so it shouldn't be too hard. Strap down. All right, should be just fine. Let's go get some more. Okay, so we went ahead and cleared out all the stumps from our new field. Drop this piece back up to our plow. So we're gonna start. Okay, alright, so drop it. I'm not sure, this one might be a little smaller than that one, or pretty much the same size, so we'll find out here shortly. It looks like I did miss a tree right here, but we'll be, actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut that tree down now, so that's not a problem in the future. So grab the truck. What is, oh, there we go, right there. Alright, okay, let's go get this dropped off over here at our sawmill. Alright, we'll just leave the truck there for now. Alright, we're getting our last little stretch done. Definitely missed a couple stumps, so we're going to come back through. I'm going to see, use the stump cutter while I have the plow going. That'll keep our field from getting too messed up. Let's go. We don't even have to drive over the field for this one. Come back through and some more pavement down right there. I think there's like a tractor right here. So we're gonna have to fix our little bit of road right here. Which actually, we don't even have asphalt down. This is just dirt. So, let me look. I'm getting to a point where I need a little shed. So, let me look. Let me go here. Construction and shed. I definitely don't want to pay too much for a shed. 24,000 or 10,000. That would not be bad. Let's see how big this shed is. Oh, that is plenty of shed for what. And then we would have, well, I might actually want to do it a little bit further away from here, just because that would look pretty good. But that'd give us problems with our trailer, so we're not going to cover that. Might go somewhere in here with it. Yeah, so on this other side, no. We've got fields there, so yeah, we're going to want it probably about right here. That way we still have a little bit of room. I think we might expand this cement pad a little bit further this way so we can get the truck a little bit better of an angle. Notice I'm driving in the dirt. Then we might expand the cement also to this tree. So let's plan for about right there. So let me remove this group of trees. Okay, so I believe we have all the trees we need cut, and the stumps removed. So, let's see. Overlaps. Okay, but we're good right here, so I might go about right here, to be honest. I'll go as far back as I can. Okay, yeah, let's go right here. Alrighty, now we have a place to park all of our tractors. And then I'm going to also come in here, go to construction, painting, select our cement. I'm gonna go about like and right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alrighty, you might also take this out. I'm gonna make it smaller, change that to circle. Alrighty, y'all, our farm is definitely coming together. We're gonna have to move our tent again. But actually, we'll leave it for now until we get our farmhouse. I am, however, going to change all of this to cement. Got rid of a little bit of our field there, but turn this way. Go bigger, like so. We can go back to smaller. Okay, it's good enough for me. We'll come back down here and park. Actually, let's add these pallets onto our truck and trailer here. Grab our skid steer. Careful with the feed. You definitely can see that. Perfect. We're going to throw the strap on. Just like that. That is barely on there enough, but it's about perfect because we're going to load as much as we can onto this trailer here. I'm going to move the trailer. I'm trying to figure out a good home for this, considering we use it so much. But for now, let's just put it in our shed. Alright, drop the trailer there. Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. Bring this up, and I'm also going to redo the trailer. I'm indecisive if y'all can't tell. Okay, so things are looking good on the farm now. I definitely think if we go... Okay, we're going to need a few more pallets, because I know the tractor itself is going to be $190. Got how much the tree cutter is, but it's a little bit more expensive. We cannot plant crops right now. Let's go look at our crop calendar. So for December, you cannot plant anything. So we're gonna have to wait until February, and then we can start planting some cotton. March. So we might plant one field cotton, and then we'll probably do another one. Let's see. What is gonna give us the best? Let's go look. So in March, we can plant sugarcane, sunflower, sugar beet, spinach. Okay, so sunflowers sell for a good amount, I will say. We might do that. But also, let's go look at potatoes, peas, olives, oats. So potatoes, peas, oat. We might end up going with peas. No, they sell best in December. I think we'll go with sunflowers. So, in February, we'll plant some cotton. And then in March, we'll plant sunflower. Okay, but until then, I guess we could almost make another field. Okay, so we've got a couple more pallets of wood. Go ahead and load up on here. Just gonna do it the easy way, considering we don't have a full trailer right now. And we'll go sell them and see if we can't buy out. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and take this on down to be sold. Alright, we've arrived here to sell this stuff, and let's see how much we get for it. We have received $44,587. That might... I forgot how much the tree cutter is, but let's go look at the excavator. So I know we can buy that. I just think we might not be able to fit it on the trailer, so we'll probably have to drive the excavator back. It won't be the slowest trip. Alright, we are here at Excavators. Purchase this for $190. And how much was our 43,000? Okay, we need to sell a few more pallets of wood, which won't take too long. Alright, let's go back to the farm, see if we can't fit this excavator on the trailer. But we'll also just leave the trailer and excavator here so that we can pick up our tool. There's that. Looks like we'll be able to make this fit. It almost fits better than the tractor. Let's put that back down. Definitely got a lot of weight back there. We should do just fine. Leave it right here, trailer, and then we'll just load up the next few pallets in the truck bed. Okay, so I wanted to see how much a bucket would be for a skid steer. We do need it for all of our wood chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and just purchase this and get it taken on back home in the truck. Get back here to trailer for this. Okay, so go back and grab our trailer. Leave that pallet cutter. Okay, so let's see if these wood chips will stay on this trailer. Yep, okay. We're gonna leave this trailer because even though I said I was gonna use the truck bed, we've already brought the trailer back, so leave that right in the way. Alright, so we are gonna look at trailers. We might need this one right here, which looks like, yes, it should hold our wood chips. Okay, so 4,000. That one's not gonna work, so we're gonna go with this one right here. And this will purchase. I don't know if it's gonna work on our truck. I find it hard to believe, but we're about to find out. Probably belongs to our skid loader. We'll definitely have to lower our hitch. Okay, so it does work. Let's go back and try fill this up with wood chip. Okay, so this should work out pretty good. I just learned how to use it. This is looking good. Well, the trailer's pretty small. Might have to upgrade pretty considering the wood chips that we are. But it's all a learning experience for me. Let's see how much bucket put in here. So 62%. Fill it up to 100. Okay, so that's as full as we're gonna get the trailer. A little bit left in our bucket, but let's go see how much we can sell this for. I don't think we'll get much for wood chips. I don't know if there's something better than stuff I'm not familiar. So okay, so we're definitely gonna want a bigger trailer. We'd have to make a lot of trips with this one, but it does show it's worth it. So here shortly we'll get a bigger trailer so we can come drop off all our wood chips. Okay, so I do see here all we gotta do is pull up to it, press refill. Okay, is it actually out of wood chips? It's just not showing. Let's see. Yeah, there are no wood chips in here. Okay, so maybe we don't need a bigger trailer. Honestly, if we just gotta make a one trip every 2 days, it's just not even worth buying a bigger trailer unless we do it for something else. We're gonna go ahead and park this trailer underneath here, kind of like day one. Okay, it's definitely harder to back up a smaller trailer. We'll click on our bigger trailer and we do have another pallet. Looks like it's gonna be snowing outside, which I'm not a fan of the snow, I can tell you that much. It's not good for all. But we'll load up these 2 pallets, go sell them, and probably go to sleep. 2 stacks, fasten the belts, and we are on our way. Alright, we got 17,834. We are very, very close to our tree cutter. We'll definitely have it by morning. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a couple lights on the property for when it's dark outside. Lights. Let's pull our trailer in under here. That's good. And let's see how much some lights are gonna cost us. Let's see, 500. It's not very big. I want a good amount of lighting over here on the farm. Let's go back up here to some stadium lights pretty much. It's gonna cost us 400, so we'll turn this around. One about, and I think we'll have one over in this corner, down here on the end of the street. I guess we'll go each side of it. Put one right there. Oh, I did not mean to place that one. Luckily, they sell for the same price. Okay, so it's looking pretty good so far. It is time for us to go to sleep, so let's head on over to the tent. Alrighty, that is going to be all for this episode. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.